Most college students are not registered to vote and can't participate in the upcoming election. The WMU We Vote program would like your help to help them participate in our democracy. There are 4 simple steps to registering students to vote in your own class. First, print copies of the voter registration form for all your students, hand it out to them at the beginning of class, encourage them to fill out the form, including putting their current student address on it, collect the forms, and turn in the Bernhardt Center before October 9th, which is the last day for registration for the November election. This is an example of the Michigan voter registration form. Notice that it has several areas highlighted in yellow. Those are the parts of the form that have to be filled out. Students have to indicate that they're a citizen of the United States, that they'll be 18 on or before election day. They have to put their name and address and date of birth, and they have to sign it and put the date on. Those are all the required parts of the form. It's not very difficult. There are other aspects of the form. They can put their driver's license and or their social security number. That helps the clerk figure out exactly who they are, but it's not required. They can put their phone number, which is a very good idea, because if they have any problem with their form, they can be called to correct it. They can put their mailing address to communicate with so that the state would write letters to them and would go to their parents instead of their college address if that's what they want. But they don't have to, again. So filling out these forms is really very easy, and students shouldn't have much trouble with them. There might be some questions. Here's some typical questions we hear when we do voter registration in class. Out-of-state students wonder if they can register to vote here in Michigan. Absolutely yes. It's their civil right to be able to vote, and they can vote if they're here as a student. International students, however, who are not American citizens cannot vote. When it comes to registering to vote, it does not, in Kalamazoo, it doesn't impact their insurance, their financial aid, or any athletic eligibility. So there's no reason not to register here in town. It makes more sense to register here because this is where they live, and it's very easy for them to go ahead and vote. If they live on campus, they'll vote right at the Bernhardt Center. If students aren't sure if they're registered, they can register again. There's no problem with that. If they aren't living on campus but live off campus someplace, they will get a card in the mail that will answer the question, how do they know where to vote? And if they're confused and want to check on where they're registered, they can go to the simple website mi.gov/vote. So please help us get your students